What is up? What is good, guys? Welcome back to EZTV. Thank you for tuning in once again. Same shirt as the last video, different video. That's obviously because I'm filming it in the same day. I'm quite busy here recently, so just trying to bang out these videos. But today, guys, we have a review of the Reebok Question Mid collab with Nice Kicks. These are dubbed the Bubba Chucks. And frankly, if you saw my last video, which is my unboxing, you can get my first impressions of the video. But from the quick glance I got at them, I really liked the way it was color blocked. I love the materials and the colors. I think they look very, very nice. Now, if you watch that video, and as you might have just quickly seen on the tag, these are not my size. I have a friend that's been trying to cop these, and I tried to get his size 8.5, but I got a UK 6.5 because that's all they had left, and that's of course a 7.5 men, so that's one size too small. So these are gonna end up getting resold. But pull them out here. The Bubba Chucks. Here is the right shoe, here is the left shoe, and here are both of them. So these are the Reebok Question Mid Bubba Chucks collab with Nice Kicks. And just look at that shoe, man. These are crazy. Now I know one of the crazier parts was the promo packaging that was that went out with all the tackle box and everything. I thought that was super, super cool. But just to give you guys a quick little close-up look around the shoe. And you can see on the back they have Iverson's number 3, but on the back of this side they have the Nice Kicks logo. You can see it from there, sole as well. And then also on the inside, there of course are extra laces, as you could probably tell, but also on the inside there's kind of, it says the question and like a bass in there with like almost like a bass fishing kind of logo or whatever. Of course, due to like the Bubba Chuck, the whole inspiration there. But there have been a couple reviews out already of this collab. It was somewhat limited. I know it's pretty hard for people to get. I think day of release, I think they released at like midnight on Reebok.com, and people, from what I heard, had a really, really hard time copying. But I really love the materials and colors on this. If this was my size, I'd be very tempted to keep it. I guess in some ways, luckily it's not. This is gonna get sold, but first things first, Reebok Question Mid, probably to me one of, if not the most classic Reebok model, maybe the most well-known, maybe apart from maybe like the classic Club C's or something like that. Obviously due to its delineation, how it was a Iverson shoe, and I know Iverson still does some work with Reebok now. Obviously not as much as when he was a player, but features that Hexalite cushioning, which is pretty comfortable. Now, again, these aren't my size, but from what I have heard about Question Mids, if you've never worn them before, is to go half a size up. Apparently the toe fits kind of tight or something like that. But the first thing I wanted to get over that stands out to me on first glance is this tan, like suede, this loose-haired suede that almost looks like it was, water damaged or something like that, which I think, one, feels really good in hand, but also fits that whole Bubba Chuck theme of everything. Now, it's got this speckled midsole with what seems to be glow in the dark. I haven't seen glow in the dark be used in a while. I know Nike was huge on it a few years ago. And to be honest, the speckling, at first, if you told me there's speckling, I'd rather not have it, but something about the way the shoe is composed, the way it comes together, it just really all comes in together nicely. And then after that, we have Reebok going up the eyelets, as you can see there, in yellow and red, which I think is super cool with the plastic overlay. They have two kinds of these like rope laces in, a darker one, as you can see, and a lighter one. If I were actually going to rock these, I'm not sure what I would go with. The darker one does blend in with the black around the eyelets, which is actually in this ripstop material. If you look really, really close, you can see that ripstop like grid material in there. And in the back is the teal, and then the ripstop, as you can hear there, and the suede. And then there's also like a short-haired suede of sorts on the tongue as well. Very, very short-haired, if anything. Purple on that inset with the Reebok logo embroidered with some colors as well. And it really is something about the way some of these collabs turn out with Reebok or say a Saucony or a New Balance, where maybe it's not as popular as an Adidas or a Nike, and so people aren't as exposed to the model. But when some of these collabs just color block it so perfectly and the colors just work so well together, like this shoe, I think it just really is just a great way for a brand to kind of be out there, push out their product to the masses, or the hype, or to the masses, or to the community, and show it off in a really good way. And I think they did it a lot of justice here. Now, I know that the Question Mid is more of an older school model, but with the kind of comeback of dad shoes and things like that, and this being somewhat of a bigger, bulkier shoe, I think there's room for Reebok here. I know Reebok has kind of seemed like it's been put in the shadows recently, in recent years, in the sneaker community, but I think there's definitely a comeback to be made. And if this is any sign of what they can do, I'd love to see more. I think this is a great product here in hand. I think this is a great shoe, well composed, well put together, turning one of their classic models in the Question Mid, and while still keeping things like the number 3 for Iverson and things like that, they're also adding new things like materials we haven't seen before and color blocking on the Questions. And now anybody who's on Question knows they stick with pretty basic color blocking, usually 2 to 3 colors. Here obviously, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different colors here on the shoe, and it just comes together so well. So big props to Nice Kicks and Reebok for their work on this shoe. Now these are sold out. You can maybe look out for a restock or something like that. As far as hold or sell goes, I'm not really going to do a whole in-depth version of this. Generally speaking, it's a pretty limited collab, and I don't think the general want for a Question Mid is out there, nor do I think Nice Kicks carries a big enough name as a collab that people are like, I want a Nice Kick shoe, like I want a Union shoe. So I'm going to sell these pretty quick. I'm going to take my quick cash and get out of there. Will they go up? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. There's just aren't that many buyers for this compared to something like a Jordan 5, a Jordan 4, a Yeezy, and things like that. So, but I think there's profit to be made if you can cop these off of restock, just to do the limited nature of them. But not my size, won't be keeping them. Kind of got another new batch of things, as I mentioned in my last video, that I'm gonna go out and sell, which could be could be this rug as well. I might get rid of it as well. Do you like them? Do you not? And also, what do you think about Reebok, guys? Do you think they can make a comeback? Are you thinking like me, like this is a good showing of what they can do, or you think this is the best they've got and they can't really do much more? But smash that thumbs up button, comment below, subscribe if you have some time to check out the channel, and I'll catch you guys next time. Just take it easy.